Welcome to Guru Trader video for Wednesday, April the 21st, 2010. Here's the 6 market movers that we're following today. 4 new symbols, 2 follow-ups. On the TSX Venture, new symbol BCG BCGold Corp, 16 cents, up 4 cents. New symbol NXT Natcore Technology Inc, $1.04, up 14. On the TSX, new symbol WEF Western Forest Products, 38 cents, up 2.5. On the OTC bulletin board, new symbol POSC Positron Corp, 25.5, up 7.5. And following up on the NASDAQ on AKRX Akorn Inc, 206, up 16. And lastly, also on the NASDAQ, following up on CPWM Cost Plus Inc, 489, up 18. Let's take a closer look at these stocks. Alright, first stock today, BCGold Corp, BCG, 16 cents, up 4, 33% move, showed up on the percentage gainers. Volume just under 4 million at a 47 million outstanding, so a little under 10% of the volume of the shares outstanding. Market cap's just under 8 million, so not much more than a shell at this point. But the 52-week high was 17, which did August 14th of last year, so it's significant. Settled down around 4 or 5 cents. Has been moving lately and broke that 52-week high. Traded as high as 17.5 today, so that's why we're mentioning it. Volume, percentage move, 52-week high. Last news I can see is BCGold Corp signs agreement to option Minto area property to Bling Capital. I have no idea who Bling Capital is. Probably this company right here, BLI. No, that's probably BCGold. Now this is a Yukon property near the Minto trend, I believe. So the terms of the agreement. But anyway, let's just read what BCG is about. BCGold focused on copper and gold exploration in underexplored historic and emerging mining districts in BC and Yukon. BCGold acquires and develops conceptual early and mid-stage exploration opportunities and advances them toward resource development. So anyway, interesting little company. Look at the 5-year chart. You'll see the stock looks like it's been around since the middle of 2006. Has never been above 80 cents. So we're just going to keep an eye on it and see if it can come up whatever that level is. We're probably at it. And if this one builds, if there's any news to explain why the volume is picked up on it and why the stock's making new highs again. Moving on, NXT new symbol Natcore Technology Inc. This one showed up a few times but never qualified because the volume was always so low. It did today because it showed up on the percentage gainers, up 15%, 104 up 14, up 15%. It also, and because it made a new 52-week high today. So the previous 52-week high was $1.03, which it did yesterday. The low was 30 cents, which it did September the 22nd. It's only 24 million shares outstanding, so it's a $25 million company. Now keep in mind, these stocks that trade thinly like this can have these very erratic moves. So if you look at the 1-year chart, it doesn't really tell the story. See this move here from about 35 cents to 80, and then it settles back down. Well, let's look at the 3-month chart. That one seems to be building. The 1-month chart, they are spikes, so keep that in mind. But it did trade as high as 119 today. So just look at the 1-day range on this stock. Closed at 90 cents, opened at 93, traded as high as 119. So that's a wide range even for just 1 day, and it only traded 500,000 shares. So keep that in mind. But the story is interesting too. Let's see. On the 15th, they announced Natcore ships completed samples to potential customers, successfully manufacture silicon quantum dots for tandem solar cell programs. I believe this is a solar-related play. I don't know what silicon quantum dots are, but anyway, we'll keep an eye on that one. WEF on the TSX, Western Forest Products, 38 up 2.5, 7% move. 5 million shares traded, so it showed up on the volume actives. Out of 128 million shares, $48 million company. I also made a 52-week high today. The previous 52-week high was a couple of days ago at 36.5. The low was 16 cents on November the 12th, so it's been building since the new year, really. So I want to see what accounts for that volume, and I don't really see anything. March 17th was the last news that I can see, but interesting, I was reading it, Western Forest Products enters into a letter of intent with Capital Regional District. I think it's for some crown lands in BC. They produce timber. So the sale of certain properties at the purchase price of $18.8 million, located in the southern portion of Vancouver Island, 2,350 hectares. So anyway, this company, produces timber and, 1.5 billion board feet from 8 sawmills and 4 remanufacturing plants. So it's kind of a boring nuts and bolts type of play, but I'd look into their financials. And let's look at the longer term chart, because this stock had been to $6 at one time. This shows it's only been listed here since 2005. $10 and hasn't really done anything, so I don't know if this is a turnaround situation, but I'd like to throw in some non-resource names. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on that one. On the OTC bulletin board, POSC Positron Corp 25.5 up 7.5, 41% move, showed on the percentage gainers. 44 million shares outstanding, so also showed on the volume actives. Also made a 52-week high, which was yesterday at 22 cents, traded as high as 29 today. Now there's that spike again. You always have to be careful. And if you look at the longer term chart on this one, that doesn't really help you either, because it has these boom, and then so we don't want this to be another this, but you never know. You got to look at the news. So anyway, on the 15th they said Positron hosts cardiac PET seminar at MedAxum Spring Conference. There's Positron Corporation cites Epsicon Business Intelligence report that states molecular imaging market valued at $5 billion. So on the March 23rd, they announced they're awarded Frost and Sullivan 2010 North American New Product Innovation Award for Atrius PET Scanner. So I don't know a lot about that. Just started looking at this one, but based on the technicals, we're going to keep an eye on it. Moving on. Follow up on AKRX on the NASDAQ, Akorn Inc. 206 up 16, 8% move, 1.6 million at a 90 million, 186 million market cap. The 52-week high was $2, which it did December 8th of last year. So we wondered if it was going to run up and challenge that. Well, it broke it today. April 28th was the low, by the way, at 73 cents. Had a nice building chart over the last year. So anyway, we've first mentioned them, well, yesterday. We didn't do a video, but we did a tweet. So we mentioned Akorn at $1.86. It was up 22 cents on 1 million shares. So it looks like the volume's building. Now today they announced, Akorn announces FDA approval to relaunch erythromycin ophthalmic ointment, USP 3.5 grams. On the 19th they announced their first quarter 2010 earnings release and conference call information. So they had, look at the news flow, April 21st, 19th, 16th, 15th. So you want to see that continue. You want to see that volume build. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that one. And lastly, CPWM again, Cost Plus Inc., 489 up 18, 3% move, 151,000 shares. Now we normally don't even mention stocks that trade that low volume, but we said we'd follow up, whenever it ran up and broke that high again. We mentioned them last week. Well, we mentioned actually Cost Plus since March 26th when they put out their financial report. If you looked at the long-term chart, you'd look like there might be a turnaround situation going at that time. The volume was much higher, and the financials, the volume seemed to be confirming that. But anyway, you can't say that. It's just trading right now. But anyway, March 26th we mentioned them at 234, April 8th at 290, April 9th at 344, April 16th at 421. On the 16th they terminated their shareholder rights plan, or they announced it. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on it. Trade as high as $5 today. So that's about it for today. Do your homework, trade safely. We'll talk with you tomorrow. Guru Trader videos and tweets are daily snapshots of 5 to 7 very active small and microcap stocks from all North American stock exchanges. We simply track stocks that are trading up significantly on news or making new highs on very high volume without any further consideration of company fundamentals. The point is to save time by focusing on only those stocks that are moving right now. Guru Trader symbols come from filtering market movers and from subjective observations. Our software cross-references today's volume actives, percent gainers, and dollar gainers, which are filtered down to just lower-priced stocks. We then look at each stock's charts for apparent uptrends, and news headlines for obvious one-day-only events to exclude, like a buyout, or for longer-term growth-related news like financials, drill results, patent approvals, etc. to include. This is similar to how many traders look for new stocks as a starting point for further research with their financial and investment advisors. This is not an advisory service, and conflicts may exist as we sometimes take positions, or featured stocks may have bought online advertising or IR support services. Any content published by Investors Guru Small Cap Stock Observer is subject to the terms of our privacy policy and disclaimer at investorsguru.com. For our other small cap stock channels, follow Twitter's Guru Trader tweet in real time on your PC or mobile device at twitter.com/investorsguru. Subscribe to watch YouTube's Investors Guru video channel at youtube.com/investorsguru. Search Investors Guru at facebook.com and add us as a friend to see our videos, tweets, etc. that are all synced to post on our wall. It's free to sign up at investorsguru.com stock community for comprehensive quotes, newsletters, profiles, forums, etc., or to update your portfolio, watch list, alerts, and news by email preferences. Thanks for watching.